You know how doctors will sometimes put a person into a coma? Because that's the place they need to be in order to heal correctly. That's this card. The injuries were so severe that this person must enter into a coma-like state in order to heal. Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome to your general monthly tarot reading for April 2021. Today, we're going to be taking a look into your heart, your mind, your body, your past, your present, and your future. And of course, we will pull clarifying cards all the way through. We'll also pull a card of guidance towards the end, so stay tuned for that. This month, I'm giving away a free 30-minute personal tarot reading. So if you're interested in that, leave a comment below. I'm actually drawing names this afternoon, late this afternoon. So if you're watching this video, the day that it is published, leave a comment, at least if you're watching it in the morning. I'll probably pull names around 4 or 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. All right, so I've been shuffling your cards off camera. Let's give it one last shuffle, split it up 3 ways, and let's sync up. In the position of your heart, also the present moment, is the Sun of Discs in reverse. Your focus may be a little bit fragmented or scattered. At this time, you may feel a little bit distracted or like your attention is being pulled in multiple directions at once. In the position of your mind and what you think about it all, wow, this one keeps popping up. You know what? I really think of this card as your sort of astrological assignment. This is the Sagittarius card for me, even if it is traditionally or not in my mind. This is how I think of you all in the upright, which is somebody who loves buoyancy, somebody who has a very buoyant, joyful sense of humor and spirit, and loves to entertain others, loves to be entertained by others. And that's the Son of Wands. Look how he's entertaining the children and the mother, and it's like the jester of, you know, the world. But this is in the reverse here, Sagittarius. So there's like some sort of disconnection from either your quintessential spirit or your sense of like joy for life. Maybe you're feeling a little bit down in the dumps. This is what's on your mind. This is what you're thinking about. Like, it could even be a question of like, who am I? Sort of a reassessment of how you operate in the world, how you feel about who you are. In the position of the foundation, we have the Devil in reverse. So this reassessment could be here or could have come about as a result of this loosening of some sort of tie, some sort of toxic tie, addictive tie. Could be to a system, could be to a person, could be to a relationship, could be to a job, could be to a religion. But it is some sort of loosening of some sort of addictive tie that is in your foundation. It's also in the position of your body, so it is having some sort of effect on your physicality. So it could be, if it is an actual addiction to some substance, whether it be drugs, alcohol, food, whatever it is, something that you ingest, then it is having some sort of effect on your physical form. In the position of the past, we have the Nine of Swords, standing up and facing your fears. Look at this woman in this card. She's holding a sword with an eye on it. It's the sword of truth, and it sees all. And it shines clarity in this murk and muck that is sort of the nightmare that she has experienced or is experiencing. It takes great strength and power to stand up in the face of all of these demons, and she's doing that. So while it is simultaneously nightmarish and ghastly, she is summoning the courage to look at it head on, and to face it. So you stood up and you faced something that felt very formidable. It could have been an old fear stemming from childhood, could have been an old trauma. It's like all of the how do you say that? I'm not going to try to say it. Phantasmagora, is that how you say that? It's all of the these old sort of subconscious like fears that surface. And they can be very terrifying, but you stood up and you faced something here in the past. In the present moment, you're a little bit fragmented. It's almost like you're asking, what do I target next? What do I focus on next? Or what do I focus on now, since this is in the present moment, also in your heart space? In the future, we have the Hierophant in reverse. Wow, look at this. So you are reassessing. There's a big reassessment here. You're reassessing who you are, how you operate in the world. What is your quintessential energy? And how do you want to be? The way that you've done things before, you're sort of looking at that and reassessing it. In the near future, we have a reassessment of how you relate to organized systems, such as traditional religions and systems of power. How do I relate to this system of power? There's a reassessment of how you want to relate to it, how you want to operate with it, in tandem with it. And there's a real looking within to find your own inner God or goddess, your own inner knowing, tapping into that and operating from that place, using that as an organizing principle, as opposed to looking externally for spiritual guidance. You're looking internally now. This is pretty deep here, Sag. You faced something in the past, something scary, something formidable. You stood up and you faced a fear. In the present moment, you're like, well, what do I focus on now? Where should my focus be now? You're thinking about how you are in the world, how you operate with other people. You're sort of diving a little bit deeper into the characteristics you define as yourself. There's a loosening of a tie to some sort of system or some sort of way of being. It could be an addiction. It could be a relationship. It could be a company, a corporation. It could be a religious system. But there's sort of, you're loosening your tie to something that has had an impact on you. And here in the near future, you're rethinking your relationship to it. And looking within as an organizing principle for your movement forward. Let's clarify some of this, shall we? Your question here in the present moment is, what do I focus on now? You may be feeling a little bit fragmented, a little bit scattered or distracted in the present moment. How do I take action? What do I take action on? Okay. Let's clarify the Son of Discs in the heart space in the present moment. It's in the reverse. Tell me more about the Son of Discs. The question is, where do I place my focus? What do I take action on? There's a fragmentation, there's a scattering of energy, and distraction, feeling distracted, unfocused. Whoa. Okay, well, we have just a continuation of this Nine of Swords energy. This is why you feel scattered. This is why you feel fragmented and unfocused. There's still this energy from the past lingering. Anxiety, concern, insomnia, worry. So I would recommend that you care for yourself at this time in this place. You might have stood up and faced your fears and are still feeling the ramifications of that experience. So self-care is needed, whatever that means. If that means hunkering down, taking nice warm baths, eating really good food, spending a day in bed, or spending a day out in nature, hiking, self-care is needed right now, because there is a sense of feeling very fragmented and unable to focus. What was this thing that you faced? What's the source of this anxiety? Since it came up twice. Some sort of reunion or coming back together or celebration with an emperor type personality. Could be a father figure. I asked what was the source of the anxiety, and these two cards, the Three of Cups and the Emperor, came out. Three of Cups is a reunion or a reconciliation. I often read the Emperor as a personality, though. I think that that's not the traditional read. I don't think you readers typically read major arcanas as personalities, is what I'm trying to say. But I often do. I just often navigate there. The Emperor really feels like a personality influence to me. Somebody who's in a position of leadership and authority, has a lot of experience behind them, a huge network of people that he leads. So it could have been some sort of coming together with this type of person. You thought maybe it was a new beginning in love, but there's this sense of guardedness and distrust at the same time. I'm starting to get a vibe that you were potentially involved with this Emperor type personality. It might have gone awry as a result of this guardedness or some sort of wound, whether it be a wound from the past or a wound that you sustained inside of this actual relationship. There may have been a recent reconciliation with this person or a coming back together in some way that really caused you to stand up and face your fears or look at your fears in the face, or just triggered just a boatload of anxiety for you. Okay. Let's switch decks. I'm going to clarify this Son of Cups or Son of Wands in reverse. This is on your mind, rethinking how you operate in the world. It's also a lack of levity, a lack of hilarity. It's pretty serious. There's not a whole lot of play, joyfulness, or fun or hilarity here. You're feeling pretty serious. Also a reassessment of just who you are, how you are with other people, sort of your quintessential energy. Tell me more about the Son of Wands in reverse. Whoa. Knight of Wands. The Son of Wands in the Mother Peace deck is the Knight of Wands in the traditional deck. So this is upright. Yeah, it's like you're looking at the two sides of yourself. Like, am I this or am I that? Like, how do I, like I'm both things. How do I blend these? Or, which one am I actually? Wow. So this is really interesting. The Magician acts. He's about action. He is a channel. He channels cosmic energy into the ground. He grounds cosmic energy, and that's the way that he manifests. And it's through this activation of his personality, through this activation of his will, his initiation. He is about initiation. He's about initiative. Sorry, wrong word. He's about taking initiative. And the Sun and the Knight of Wands are both about action. You are thinking about taking action around something. Manifesting something. Now, because the Son of Wands and the Knight of Wands are about energy, the wise use of energy, the whole suit of Wands is about energy and the wise use of energy, how to use it wisely. The sort of the stages of development in learning how to use your energy wisely. But the Knight of Wands are also about passion, libido, creativity, And so there's this desire to take action and to manifest something that has to do with those qualities. Your creativity, your passion, your libido. This is on your mind. Tell me about the devil in reverse in the foundation, also in the position of your body. This is a loosening of a tie to something toxic, something hierarchical, stratified, a system of some sort, a system of power, or it could be an actual physical addiction because it is also in the position of your body. So let's find this out. It's leaving you feeling exhausted and like you do need to take a break to recuperate. There's, Four of Swords is always for me about processing, taking a break to process. And it's a special type of processing. It is a sort of emotional trauma so significant that you must stop and lie down and go prone in order to process this thing. It's a physical healing. It's also an emotional healing. But yeah, it's like taking a break here. There was some sort of betrayal. The Four of Swords follows the Three of Swords, which is a betrayal. That's why this person has experienced this emotional betrayal, and it's so significant and impactful that there's nothing to do except to like go into a coma. And you know how, you know how doctors will sometimes put a person into a coma? Because that's the place they need to be in order to heal correctly. That's this card. The injuries were so severe that this person must enter into a coma-like state in order to heal. Let's ask a question. That card, it was the Two of Wands. This is a choice. This is at a crossroads. Which way do I go? How do I act? Which is on your mind. But let's ask an actual question before a card falls out. Let's look at the Hierophant in reverse. This is coming in your near future. It's, again, a reassessment. How do I relate to this system, this thing? How am I in relationship to this? And it's a looking within. We have the Nine of Wands in reverse. You want to drop the burden. This is your reassessment of your relationship to this system, to this tie here. Devil in reverse in the foundation and Hierophant in reverse in the future. Your reassessment of it is coming from a desire to drop this energetic burden that has been in your field of resonance in relationship to this thing that you are loosening your tie to for quite some time. Tell me more about the Hierophant in reverse. What is this? What are you loosening your tie to? Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands in reverse. She might have been a catalyst. She might be wound up with this in some way. This is a personality. The Queen of Wands in reverse is not somebody that I want to tangle with or be involved with. She's very catty, opinionated, gossipy. She will undermine you. Inauthentic. And it's unwise use of energy. This can also be read as a burnout card. Feeling burnt out. Okay. My dear Sag, let us pull a card of guidance for you as you navigate this reassessment and this loosening of a tie to a something, a system, a behavior that no longer serves you. In the present moment and in your heart space, you are looking at how you can take action. What should I focus on? There's still some confusion clouded by anxiety, a lack of clarity, a lack of focus because of this anxiety that lingers from the past. Having to do with an emperor type personality, could be a person in a position of authority that you were once involved with and then had a falling out with based on some sort of wound or injury, emotional injury, some sort of trauma. And then there was sort of a reunion or a reconciliation that brought about this anxiety. Inside of that reconciliation, I do feel like you stood up and you faced a fear. Butterfly in reverse. And yet the anxiety still lingers for you. Let's read about butterfly in reverse. It's number 9. We have the 9 of Wands here in the future, dropping the burden. 9 is like completion, like near completion. Butterfly is about transformation. However, this one is in the contrary. If you've drawn butterfly reversed, your lesson is a simple one. There's a need for change in your life that you're not recognizing. This could be a possible need for freedom, for a vacation, or a new job. You may believe that change is too difficult, and you may rule it out to preserve the comfort of old habits. But in ruling out any possibility of change, you are saying that the courage of butterfly has been lost. Why does butterfly represent courage? Because there is a totally different world outside the cocoon, where the known realities of the chrysalis are no longer applicable. This new world demands that you use your newfound wings and fly. Wow, so if you are thinking about taking action, and God knows you are, you might not be taking action, but you are definitely thinking about taking action around something that has to do with your passion. Some passionate thing. But you're feeling fragmented and unfocused in the present moment because of anxiety. Anxiety has sort of fragmented your focus. There is a call for change. There is a call for taking action. There is a call for courage, a call for courage. You know, this card mentioned a new job, a vacation, some sort of transformation. You are on the brink of some sort of transformation, Sag. And there is a call for courage. Now, you've demonstrated courage in the past, stood up and faced your fears. And so there's a call for you to carry forward that energy into the future. And there is still in your foundation and in your near future a reassessment of your relationship to some system, behavior, or tie that no longer serves you. Sag, if this reading resonated with you, hit the like button. And also leave a comment below if you'd like to be entered into the drawing for a free 30-minute personal tarot reading. I'm wishing you the best in April. Take good care.